Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Maritime law facts. 1. What if I can't afford a maritime attorney? The right maritime law firm will help you afford their service. Injured maritime workers are often facing difficult financial circumstances and need to have special financial arrangements made with their maritime lawyers. For example, Arnold and Aitken LLP work on a contingency fee basis, meaning we cover all costs of a case and don't collect payment unless we win it. Besides taking on the financial burden of a case, fees and investigative costs, our firm has helped our client get the medical care they need as their trial progresses. And then two, what are the differences between maritime law and ordinary law? In many ways, there is little difference between how maritime law is handled and how ordinary law is handled. However, some meaningful differences exist, but those differences exist more so in the court rather than the substantive law itself. For example, there is no right to a jury trial when an admittedly action is proved in an admittedly court. Important to remember though, the only cases that must be proved in federal admittedly courts are those enforcing a maritime lien. Foreclosure on a private ship mortgages, limitation of the vessel owner's liability in any proceedings where the ship itself is being switched. And then 3. What is maritime law? Maritime law, also known as admittedly law, governs navigation and shipping. Maritime law is one of the oldest sets of rules used to protect offshore workers before the Jones Act, Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act, and the Deeds on the High Seas Act. It provides basic provisions that make sure workers are provided with maintenance and cure after an injury. Maritime law is complicated in part due to how old it is. In fact, the Maritime Law Association of the United States was founded in 1899. Since maritime law is unique, those in need of legal help should always look for attorneys who have experience with it. Is maritime law the same everywhere? No, maritime law is not the same everywhere. Although the admiralty laws of many nations have common roots, those nations have since modified them with unique stipulations. For example, the Jones Act is a law that only applies to vessels flying the American flag. And then 4. What is the Jones Act? The Jones Act is a law that enables injured maritime workers to secure the compensation they need for the full extent of their injuries. Before the Jones Act was passed in 1920, maritime workers injured by preventable accident weren't able to collect the full amount of compensation that they needed for their injuries. With the Jonas X, workers can recover losses such as medical bills, lost wages, the cost of future care, and more. And then 5. What is maintenance and cure? Maintain and cure describes the cost of living, maintenance, and the medical expenses or cure that an offshore worker needs after an accident. For decades, maritime law has required vessel owners to ensure that injured workers receive maintenance and cure after sustaining an injury. And then 6. What are common causes of maritime injuries? Common causes of maritime injuries are accidents that should have been prevented and warrants. Importantly is the duty of vessel owners and employer to prevent this accident and protect workers. Maritime injuries are often caused by dangerous decks condition, toxic exposure, explosions and fire, unseaworthy vessels, sailing in dangerous condition, lack of safety training, enclosed space, falling objects, mechanical failures, slip and falls. And then 7. What should I do after a maritime accident? There are you should do after a maritime accident. Get the medical attention you need. Inform your employer about your injury. Compile all information about your accident, who saw it, and the circumstances surrounding it. Don't sign any documents, answer any question, or give any statements. Call maritime lawyers. You should always speak with a lawyer after a maritime accident to make sure your rights are being protected. A lawyer will listen to your story, ask your question, and help you decide what your options are at no cost. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give, like, comment, and subscribe.